Lately, astrophotography has kind of been put on the shelf for me because I've been extremely busy lately. Plus, every single time there's a clear night, it's negative 100 degrees, and I get back home around like 10 p.m. some nights, so it's just impossible to do astrophotography. Tonight, though, is like a 1 in 20 day night. It's a Saturday, it's a clear night, and I'm finally going to be able to capture the comet that everyone's talking about, C2022 E3. It has been named the Green Comet by everyone. And tonight is even more lucky because it actually is going to be in close conjunction with Mars in the night sky, so that will give me a great photographic opportunity with the 135mm lens rather than going deep in with my Celestron 8-inch telescope on the comet. That won't look as good. I'm excited to see what this system can do when it's in conjunction with Mars. So obviously the comet is a lot dimmer now than it was, but it still should be very photographable tonight. So if you guys haven't shot it yet because of weather, clouds, whatever, cold and stuff like that, it's still great to go after. So there's always that question whether you should track the comet or you should track the stars, and it really doesn't matter which one you do, but tracking the stars is just perfectly fine with the Star Venture or any tracking mount as long as you take short enough or long enough exposures needed depending on your focal length. So since I'm using my Rokinon 135mm lens, that should be plenty wide enough to take pretty good long exposures of the comet without it being trailed too much. And a comet is also pretty fuzzy, so it's not like a pinpoint of light like a star, so you won't be able to tell too much how trailed it is. And actually, I've experienced with Comet Neowise back in 2020. I actually did something where I purposely took a little long exposures to make the comet appear actually a little bigger. And if you do it just a little bit, no one will be able to tell, and the comet will actually look brighter and stand out more in the frame if it's trailed a little bit rather than pinpoint of light. So I actually purposely took a little longer exposures, and I'm probably going to try that tonight. But it's exciting that it's going to be near Mars. That's another frame, that's different framing I can put up, and it makes my picture a little more unique than all just the regular comet video. So this was probably the best night that I could have had it clear to capture it next to Mars. Even though it has dimmed a little bit, it should still be bright enough to capture, definitely bright enough to capture with this, and it's probably visible in binoculars still. So guys, as you can see right now, we have Mars over there and the comet looking extremely good right now. You can obviously see the green color of the comet. That is why it's called the Green Comet, and the really contrast red glow of Mars. And this is gonna cropped in right here. As you can see, if I zoom out, it's pretty far in the field of view, pretty far in. But I zoom in like that, crop in, that should produce a really beautiful picture. The one thing here is you can see Mars over there, and the thing is so bright that it's actually casting like a little halo onto the comet, which might be a little problem, but hopefully I can sort that out in processing. But right now the exposures are looking really good. I did have a little problem with the Star Adventurer. It wasn't tracking well and I was getting really bad stars, so I decided to change the batteries, and that seems to have fixed everything. But yeah, right now it's really looking good. I thought I was gonna actually have to repolar line, but it turns out that I don't. I'm taking around 40-second exposures at ISO 6040. Yeah, at ISO 640 and f3.4. So things are looking really good, and I feel like I'm gonna get an awesome picture. So hey guys, I'm just in the middle of editing the YouTube video, and I thought I would pop in here. It's about a week later after I filmed the video and shot the comet, and today's Saturday, and I was just able to finish processing the image, and I'll show here. I'll do a reveal at the end, but here is the final picture, and it came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it, but a few things I want to mention here is that it took me like a few tries to actually successfully stack the comet image, and Deep Sky Stacker is such a pain to try to process comets with, because it's just, you have to manually in each frame you have to manually select the comet in comet stacking mode, and I had so many different exposures that took a long time. And the other thing is that some of them, it doesn't even select the comet. Like, you'll click on it, and for whatever reason it'll select like a star, and it won't select the disk of the comet. So those frames you have to just throw out. So I lost like an hour of exposure time off this picture just because of that. I'm not sure if any of you guys know what I'm talking about or know a fix for that, but the image did come out okay. I was able to finally get it to a point where it's stacked and I was able to process it. But Mars over here is looking a little weird with different color different colors in there, and it's just looking because it's really bright. You know what I mean? Trying to process with the rest of the picture. That was a little bit of a challenge, but I was able to do it. And for whatever reason, the stars turned out reddish. They had a reddish tint to them, which I had to really try to tone down in the processing. But that's just a few things I wanted to mention here, just to let you know that trying to stack comets in Deep Sky Stacker is can be a little bit of a trouble.